today. So I'll get straight into it. I've only got 15 minutes here. So it'll be a very quick sort of high-level summary on our company. And then if you're interested, please come and have a chat to me. I'll be outside, just in the corner over there. Oh, let me get organised here. All right, here we go, the usual. So I'm starting with the people, mainly because I wanted to give you a bit of a rundown on what Cazaly does and why we're just a little bit different to some of the presentations you might have seen already here today. So we focus at the start of the value chain. We are in the exploration space. We make discoveries, that's what we do. We've got a long history of it. We generate projects and we add value. So myself, I just joined the company 2 years ago because I think it's a fabulous business model for making new discoveries. I've got about 6 million ounces of gold discovered under my belt. Clive Jones, our chairman, has a fantastic history in industry. He's actually the founder of, a co-founder of Galan, which is a world-class lithium brine deposit in Argentina. And also he is the founder of Bannerman, which is again a world-class uranium deposit. That one's in Namibia. So fantastic history there. In addition, even our exploration manager has exploration success across multiple commodities, including diamonds back in the day, iron ore, gold as well. So a great team there to work with, and you know, we're rounded out there well by our non-executive directors. So this is our capital structure. I'm throwing this one in just to, I thought I'd like to explain a little bit here around why we still have 5.4 in the bank at this point in time, and the company's been around for 20 years. So the company generates projects, and what we do at the start of the value chain is look to monetize those projects at any stage. In addition, we look to make discoveries and add value to our share price there. We also have future royalty streams. So a really good example of monetising a project was in 2019 when Cazaly sold Parker Range to Mineral Resources. They're currently mining this project and we will get a royalty on that project. It's just listed at the bottom there. That income stream should start around the end of 2025, moving into 2026. So just to reiterate, on the space that Cazaly works in. So we are at the start of the life cycle of the resource company. There we go. So this is our focus space. We focus here because this is where you see the biggest uplift in share price. We've got great experience in this space. We know how to operate in this space. We look at what commodities we want to be in. We look at which jurisdictions have got the best opportunities for us to make new discoveries. And then we position ourselves in those spaces. So if you like, we're at the front line. We're really at the front line of the business. There's been some really good examples at this conference of that particular uplift you see there on the value curve between exploration and then making that discovery. So just this year we had Azure Minerals. In January 23, they're at 22 cents. Now they're at $4.30. WA1 is a cracker, rare earth, niobium now as well. In October 22, they were only 15 cents. By November, they were $2.20, and now they're $9.30. It's a great space to be in for that uplift. The next cab off the rank, I guess, is going to be WC8. In May this year, they were 3 cents, now they're 80 cents. And they've got a fantastic project. They're moving forward as well. So, you know, great opportunities here for us at Cazaly and also our shareholders. Clive likes to say that we're at the forefront, on the front line. He calls us the stormtroopers of the industry. So I think if you remember that, you sort of remember what we do. This is where our current project spread is. So we hold strategy meetings each year and we decide where we want to be and what commodities we'd like to be in. We've just moved into Canada. We think there's fantastic opportunities over there. Really, there is really good exploration potential. It is relatively unexplored, purely because of the cover this has been opened up. Sorry, not the cover. The forest, to be honest, and the fires have actually opened up quite a bit of ground over there, which is quite extraordinary. So we have a rare earth project in Ontario in Canada. We have a lithium project in James Bay in Quebec. And I'd like to focus on those projects today just to give you a bit of a feel for what we look for. I will touch on our Namibian projects as well because we will be active in that space very soon. And we also have some projects in WA. So we have very early stage project at Lions. So that is a long strike from Dreadnought and also Hastings, and they have rare earth deposits there. And we also have the gold, copper and rare earth project at the Ashburton Basin. We're just on the edge of the Pilbara there. Again, an early stage project, but a fantastic exploration space to be in. There's million-ounce gold deposits in the district, just along strike. And our most advanced project is the Halls Creek project. If you were here on day one, Paul Williams mentioned that. We do have an MOU with AU King there. It's gone through the first mine scoping study. It makes money, so we'll look at how we monetise that project in the future. Jumping straight into Sundown. So you can see there on the right, the Sundown Lithium project is a fantastic location. We're immediately between Allkem, James Bay project, and Patriot Battery Metals Corvette project. So these are both over 100 million tonnes, world-class deposits. We couldn't have asked for a better position, and we also managed to acquire a large land holding there as well. We currently have 25% of this project, and we have the option to gain another 25% each year, and we can fast track that at any stage. I'm just zooming in here now on that tenement package. So we were attracted to this for location, but also the government geologist in Canada had been given a mandate to get out into the field and look for pegmatites. So lucky us, they'd just been out there and identified the Glabman Suite, which is a periluminous granitic suite, which has the potential to develop LCT pegmatites. So we thought this is a fantastic opportunity. It was previously explored for gold in the area. You can see the Eleanor mine at the south. That's a gold mine owned by Newmont. It was also a bit of base metal work, but really not too much in the district at all. So I'm really excited to say we managed to get a team on the ground just last month, and we've completed the very first stage of surface sampling on the property for lithium. Just to illustrate, I guess what the impact of the fires in Canada and how much ground it has really opened up, our exploration manager was quite happy he didn't have to trudge through too much forest. So we did get a chopper on the ground in October. You can see there Christian is smashing a few pegmatite rocks for us. So those samples, we collected over 300. They're in the lab at the moment, and we're expecting the assay results to come out in late December, early January. And also, needless to say, with 260 square kilometres, there's room for much more exploration to be had and a new discovery to be made. I'm going to jump across now to our Carb Lake project. This is a cracker actually. So it's a mineralised carbonatite, very poorly explored to date. It's in the exploration stage. It's greater than 3 kilometres in diameter. So just by comparison there, the largest known carbonatite deposit, which is being mined for niobium and some rare earths, is Araxá in Brazil. So this is huge. It's 5 kilometres in diameter. And you may have heard of Mount Weld, which is currently being mined by Lynas. That's located in WA, and that's in production. So our carbonatite is sitting there in northwest Ontario, relatively untested. The image there on your left is a magnetic image. It shows the outline of the carbonatite and four drill holes that were drilled in about 1968. So that's the bulk of the work that's been done on the project. 3 prospectors held this, and we saw a fantastic opportunity to jump in and grab it. So since the 1960s, the government geologists again have done some great work. They managed to get a hold of the diamond core. It's not in great nick, there's not a lot left, but they re-assayed it for a multi-element suite, which did include cerium, lanthanum and niobium. And they got some great results, which were just above detection limits, so greater than 5% cerium, greater than 1% lanthanum and 7% niobium. So for comparison, the Arasha deposit that I was talking about before, that average mine grade is about 2.5%. This is what the diamond core looks like. So it's held at the local geological survey. They wouldn't let us take any away. You can see it's not in great condition, but the point here is it is from that carbonatite. We were able to do non-invasive work, which meant we could do PXRF work, and we got some fantastic results there. So that's praseodymium at 4% and neodymium at 1.5%. So they're not oxide numbers, they're just straight results, no uplift there. We also had a team out in the field recently. So in August, we had a team out there just to see what this thing looks like. It's right up in northwest Ontario. How are we going to get access? How do we get a rig in there? So they've traversed over 120 kilometres of the property. We know it's accessible. They collected some float samples. So what that means is there's a bit of cover you can just see on the edge of that diagram. There's some lakes and there's a few swamps, but nonetheless, you can certainly get around. You can be mobile in the district. So there's about 12 metres of cover and then you are straight into fresh carbonatite. So really, the next thing to do is to drill this project. And just to confirm, those results from the float samples came through just a couple of weeks ago, and they had NdPr up to 25% of the total rare earths. So just confirming that it's mineralised, and now the next best thing is to drill it. I do quickly want to touch on our Namibian projects. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Namibia, but it is a fantastic place to operate. As I mentioned, it does have the uranium project over there, which is pushing into development at the moment. They're a supportive country, and our chairman has also been operating out of Namibia for the last 25 years or so. So it's a really comfortable space for us. We've got a good team that works over there, great geologist, very technical, and also with a great economic bent, so that works for us. So this is our Kayoko project. It's located up in the northwestern section of Namibia, just to the north of Apor. So there's plenty of infrastructure in the district. The roads over there are amazing. It's very Germanic, so it's like a highway all the way from Windhoek up to Apor. You can see there the diagram on the left. We have a huge lithium target to test. So we just got this tenement renewed, and that's why I'm presenting this one today. It's 12 kilometres long, 10 kilometres wide, so this is over 120 square kilometres, and it hasn't had a drill hole into it. So that is our goal for very early next year. We've started the environmental approvals and drilling approvals process and plan to get on the ground and drill test this. It's a fantastic opportunity. We also have the Abinab North project. This is located on the eastern side, just to the north of Grootfontein. So this is a number of carbonatite plugs. You can see there's a number of small drill holes there that have tested a few of the plugs, and they did get anomalous intercepts. So you can read those intercepts there up on the left. You know, certainly good numbers, including 39.7 metres at 0.5% total rare earths, with some little high-grade intercepts in there as well, 3.6 metres at 1.22. So we know there's mineralised carbonatites. You'll see the anomaly to the bottom end of the tenement, the A13. This is the largest mag anomaly. It hasn't been tested to date. They actually couldn't get access when Avonlea drilled these 10 years ago. We went and met with the farmers in February. They're comfortable enough for us to come and access the project. So we're working on our access agreements with them now. We know we can get access. We know we can drill test. So the first port of call will be a little bit of geophysics just to make sure we get the orientation of drilling correct, and then we can get a rig in there. So this tenement is still in application, so we're waiting for it to be granted, which should be very shortly. That's us in a nutshell. It's a pretty rapid summary, rapid fire, but the bottom line is we've got fantastic projects. We've got plenty of opportunities there for discovery. And this is the section where we sit in the value chain. Thanks very much.